It's beautiful to see all of you today. Listen, before I get started, I want to take a quick somber moment and ask for you all to give me a moment of silence and prayer. For those of you that haven't paid attention to the news this morning, there was another mental health affected shooting in a school where I believe at least 4 died and 9 are injured. So if you could with me, please, just take a quick moment in honor of moment of silence. Thank you so much. So, it's a somber way to start this, but I think it's one of those things that we really have to do to be excited. We want to move past these things, and we want to make sure that we can fix mental health, and we can fix all of the issues that are facing us all today. I want to talk a little bit about my family. So for those of you that don't know me, my name's Kelly Cooper. I know I just got the introduction, so you all know me now. But I'm a guy that grew up to a single mom in the north suburbs of Chicago, and I worked my butt off. I'll try not to use more foul language than that. I worked my butt off to go from a guy that was struggling to be able to work and make a little bit of money so I could buy nice clothes for myself. My mom struggled to make sure that we could be in good schools. And we worked very hard to get to a point where we could advance or maybe move up a rung in the economic ladder in this country. And what I see today is small business owners, and probably every one of you in this room, hanging on to the bottom rung of the ladder of American exceptionalism. And that's unfortunate, because I graduated high school due to the hard work of my mother. I joined the Marine Corps. Now you're going to talk to, or you're going to hear from another Marine today, hoorah. And we're going to talk about how we can save this country. The Marine Corps became the father figure that I was missing. The Marine Corps gave me discipline and structure and the ability to improvise, adapt, and overcome to make sure that I could move my life and build my family and the American dream that I worked so hard for. And I did just that. When I got out of the Marines, I came back and I went back into the hospitality industry. So for those of you that don't know, maybe you're not old enough, there used to be this movie called Cocktail. And Tom Cruise was flipping bottles and opening a bar in New York, and he did all that fun stuff. Well, I did it, and it wasn't quite as much fun as he made it out to be, but we made some decent money at it. And it allowed me to go to school. And in school, I started working again more in the hospitality industry, and I was a business administration major, and I moved on to restaurants, and I moved and opened restaurants all over the Midwest and East Coast. And I settled in Arizona in early 2000, and I worked for a company called Rock Bottom. Anybody know Rock Bottom? It's gone now, right? It's fallen by the wayside of small businesses that have been affected by bad policy financially. I left Rock Bottom. I started working for a company called The Melting Pot. Anybody heard of The Melting Pot? Melting Pot, I love that place. Melting Pot's where I got my start. I started as an assistant manager in the one in Ahwatukee. For those of you that don't know, it's on Ray Road. I went on to be the GM in Scottsdale, and then I, through sweat equity, was an investor and a partner. And I took that investment, and I took the benefits of that investment and reinvested in myself. And today I have 2 melting pots, a sports bar in Chandler, and we're opening a Brazilian steakhouse in North Scottsdale later this year or next year. That's the American dream. The American dream is to be able to come up from a position where you struggled. And maybe not as much as other folks. My story's not unique. Many people grow up without a father figure. Many people grow up struggling. Many people grow up in an environment that's loving, but maybe doesn't have as much as everybody else. But you want to be able to work hard and take the next step and move up. Now, I have prepared remarks, so I'm going to try to read a little bit. Oh yeah, this is the good one. So, my guys told me to tell you a joke. It's going to be a corny joke. You're all going to love it. It's not quite a dad joke, but it's a corny joke. My granny, so I know Vance talks about his grandma, his mama, and I had a granny, and I had a great aunt Lil and Uncle Donkey Boo. My granny told us growing up that politicians are like diapers. They all smell pretty nice when they first get them. You open up the package, but over time they fill up with crap, and you got to change them, right? That's my opponent. Now, it's the first time I'm going to mention him, and probably, hopefully, the last time I have to say his name, but Greg Stanton is my opponent. He's exactly that. He started off in politics, and he's worked his entire career in politics. He's voted for the Harris-Biden economic policies 100% of the time. Exactly. He's put us in a position where our standard of living is slipping. We're falling behind everywhere else. Costs are through the roof. I don't know about the rest of you, but my electric bill last month was over $400. My grocery bill for my family of 4 is over $400 a week. And when I go fill up my truck to try to go buy those groceries or work to pay for all of these things that I have to survive, it costs more than $100. And now they're spending all this time trying to tell you that they're fixing the problem that they created. Well, the way I grew up, you couldn't glue the vase back together and say, I fixed the vase. My mom would say, you broke the vase. So our economy's in the tank, our communities aren't safe, the border's wide open. You're gonna hear that from every single politician that comes up here on stage. But I'll tell you, for me, been deployed on an hour's notice to Cuba to guard borders for another country. I've been all over the world and seen all different types of governments, and I know exactly what is required here. A return to our Constitution is what's required here. A revisiting of our faith in the Lord is what's required here. Here's how we're going to do it. Anybody want to know? It's not a secret. There's not anything that J.D. Vance, myself, or any other politician can do without each and every one of you. Each and every one of you are going to make similar sacrifices that I will make. They may not be exactly the same, but they're going to be on the same level, because in order for us to win, I need each of you to go out and knock on your neighbor's doors. A restoration of our community is required today. Woo! Each and every one of you needs to shake hands with people around you. Each and every one of you needs to hand out palm cards of politicians, and each and every one of you needs to be able to tell the people that are standing in front of you that mean to represent you that these are your expectations and this is how we're going to get it done. But as we stand here in the house of the Lord, I will implore you, beg you to remember one thing. It's empathy. It's empathy that's going to change voters' minds. Most of these people that are voting the wrong way are doing it out of hate and spite for somebody that they really don't know. It's going to require each and every one of us to reach out a hand and shake a hand and then ask, what's important to you? What makes a difference in your life? How can I impact, or how can Kelly Cooper or J.D. Vance or Donald Trump impact the changes that are needed to happen in your life? And if you do that, they will listen to you. And you'll open up a whole door of conversation that allows you to change the hearts and minds of people that are just waiting, just begging for somebody to bring that back. It's all of you that will make that difference. I will work tirelessly every single day. J.D. Vance will work tirelessly every single day. Kari Lake will work tirelessly every single day to make sure your voices are heard, your needs are met, and the American dream is restored in America. But not a one of us can do any of those things without all of you. I can't do it without my family, my children, my wife, because that's what gives me the strength to go out every day. And each and every one of you has something that gives you the strength to go out and work to make sure that the voters are heard, that the voices of the people in need are out there so that your representatives make a difference. Because I'm tired of watching my hard work being taken away from me. I'm tired of watching the American dream be thrown by the wayside. I'm tired of the principles and the values of America being set aside for other people. It's time every single one of us step up. Knock 5 doors, 10 doors. Talk to the neighbor in line at the grocery store. But do it with empathy. Bring them to you. Don't make them come to you, because you'll never make them come to you. So, with that, I want to thank all of you for being here. This means that all of you care. You didn't stand outside in the heat. You didn't drive 45 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes to get here without caring, without seeing the deficiencies, without seeing your American dreams being taken away, and knowing that somebody has to do something different. So with all of you, with Kari Lake, with Kelly Cooper, with JD Vance, with Donald Trump, we're going to restore the American dream that we all know and love. And we're going to make sure that people can move within this country from one economic position to the next with a little bit of hard work and sacrifice. So thank you all for being here today. I'm going to say something, maybe JD will say it, maybe not. It's something that many of you will know, Semper Fidelis. It means always faithful. It means that I will never put aside what I know to be the founding principles of this country and the needs of the people sitting in front of me today for anyone else. Not anybody in Washington, not anybody in the swamp, not anybody pushing another agenda, because you matter. So God bless every single one of you. God bless America. Semper Fi.